Hey guys, hello. I'm just picking the Bible apart piece by piece. We're doing some cherry picking, and all we're trying to do is trying to nail certain things down. Like here, we got in Titus, chapter 1, verse 16. We get they profess they know God, but in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. All right, so that actually splits it off. The idea that they profess that they know God. That's just the way it works out. It says, but in works they deny Him. The works is the outside. The works is the letter, and because of that, they deny Him. This is because when you're following the word, you cannot ever eat from the vine. So you have to remain this unclean person. So you're being abominable, meaning, you don't have God in you. The idea that you're following the works of the word of the Bible is that this is going to lead you into a different place. This is where it takes you to a different place. Whereas if you were to look for it on the inside of us, it takes you to a better place. And it says here, and every good work becomes reprobate. This is when they say that, if you are going to go this particular direction, there's nothing there for you. There's nothing for you to find. And whatever you come to in most of these stories, when the inside goes to something outside to get its food from, it dies. It gives up the ghost. So this is the same place where they say, don't go and take a wife from the land. Don't take it from the neighbors, Go inside. Go and find your marriage inside here. Climb the mountain where our people are, where your kinsmen are hanging out, waiting to connect with you. All right? Again, this is about a brotherly situation where if you were like Cain and you killed your brother Abel, that starts off the curse of the land, and the land is the mind. You won't be able to find any water. You won't find any fresh water in the mind during this situation where you have killed your brother because you don't have your messenger. This is the idea of having your wings clipped that just aren't working. But these things can be grafted in. You find that the stories are you got to go through this side first. You got to go through hell first before you get to heaven. I know I say that all the time. But it just repeats itself. It's a simple message. And simple message is, we come in without, and eventually the two things that they're asking from us, they're looking for us to take care of the skin, put father down, and take care of the bitch, the lies. Those are our two things that have to go away before we die. That means that we have to somehow or another kill ourselves before the day is out, before we give up the ghost, And to tell you the truth, I believe, to give up the ghost is this idea that, the same idea to deny something is to deny. That means you've already given up the ghost. You don't even have the ghost in you. You've given it up. You've gone. It's over with, So and God wants us to deny ourselves first. To deny Him is to kill Him. To deny the Son of Man is to literally not allow Him to come alive. This is to kill Him before He ever even gets to start. And of course, that's the way the book. That's the way the letter leaves us. Is that he is dead until He comes back sometime, and the person is left waiting forever and ever and ever. All right, so that's man. That's the doctrine of man. He just has to have that, and that's for those people that believe Jesus is real. So continue waiting, continue doing your job to wait forever and ever. But this is a synagogue of Satan, and you are a child of hell because all you're doing now is going in circles. You're not going in a straight line. You're not connecting to God. You're just Just like everybody else on earth, you're in hell, and you'll have the gnashing of the teeth, and you'll have all these negative things that are attached to you, and how you act, and how you work, and all of your efforts, all of your beautiful efforts towards God go in vain. Honest to goodness. All right, not one thing slips over to the other side. So it's just that this idea of hardening your heart. When the Pharaoh hardens, when God hardens the heart of these individuals. Harden means it stops beating, so it's dead. You're a child. Your soul has been, you've died by the sword. And this idea is that you die, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So in this situation, it's not about who kills who and what kind of, if you're an aggressive person who dies. The idea is that we died to come to life, and now we have to die. We died to come to life on earth because we have to be this dead person following around with Father, being the spiritually dead individual. By God's, He did this all before we ever got any flesh. Before the beginning of the world, we made this pact with Him. And the only way to get out of this is to die by the sword. So when we go back into meditation, and this is only about meditation, this idea that we have to go within ourselves in order to fix this. But we have to do it all from an inside perspective. This is where we go and change our way of manners of thinking and stuff like that. That's how it works, through meditation only. So when we deny ourselves first, is that we then kill ourselves. This is a type of going into meditation. But then when it comes down to it, you're denying yourself. You've got to hate your mother, you hate your brothers, your sisters, and yea, even yourself. So you've denied yourself. You've cut off the lower mind, and she's now all fallen asleep, or he is all fallen asleep. And now it's time to correct him while he is out. Just like the stories of David and Goliath, that while he is out, do we get to chop off what's above from what's below? What's the higher part and what is the lower part? This is what it means to circumcise yourself, is to cut off from the lower desires and bring our lower mind above that, of the lower mind, of the conscious world of beta. So it just brings a better or higher frequency to your life, and it brings you out of hell. It puts you right back down into it, but we no longer have it no longer has the same effect on us as it did before. All right. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this. All right. We have to deny ourselves first, so we can pick up the cross and go and follow Jesus. That makes us a disciple who's going inside, becoming this child, going and following Jesus in the same steps, these same ways. It's all about these babies. It's all about these children. It's all about coming to this inside, in the midst of things, on the inside of us. This is where we do our traveling. This is how we get around. This is how Jesus gets around. But if you take the fleshy path, which is the word, it's going to lead you nothing but to death and the worship of death in your life. That's the whole idea. They give you this image to pray on, and it's just the idea that it's death too. It's all dead. Everything is dead. That even the image can't give you anything out of this, but it's telling you symbolically that you're a dead person, and that this is what you get out of the whole thing, and that you asked for the robber and you denied Christ. So that means that in this situation, you're set up, when you believe in the word, that Jesus is not with you, or God. There's two different things. All you have is Father, and that's it. You have to understand that. And Father is Satan without mother. All right, I'll chat with you soon. I hope you You're doing fine.